Coming up on your Thursday Footy Feed, beware the three-headed monster. The Bulldogs prepare to take on the Cats' attack. And his no ballet dancer, Leon Cameron, defends his ruckman. Hello there, those stories and more in just a moment. But news just in, Essendon star Zach Merritt has turned his back on free agency and will be a Bomber for life. The midfielder today signing a new 6-year deal which will keep him at the club until at least the end of 2027. The 25-year-old has taken his time to make his decision but says he's excited about the direction the club is heading in. As the Bulldogs prepare to head down the highway to the Cattery tomorrow night, coach Luke Beveridge faces the challenge of trying to contain the three-headed monster that is Geelong's attack. The Cats' trio of Jeremy Cameron, Tom Hawkins and Gary Rowan have combined for 59 goals in 7 games. So just how do you kill the three-headed monster?
There's a lot of three-headed monsters around at the moment, isn't there? I used to watch Sigmund the Sea Monster as a kid. I used to love that show, and there's a lot of monsters on that. It's funny, you know. I follow the narratives, and yeah, we'll have our hands full with their guys, and obviously Patrick Dangerfield's back as well, and plays a little bit of forward time, so we'll need to be on our toes.
The Bulldogs have a poor record at GMHBA Stadium, not having won a game at the venue since 2003. Well, Giants coach Leon Cameron has thrown his support behind big man Shane Mumford after the ruckman was criticised for his on-field aggression following his brutal tackle on Taron Thomas last weekend.
I understand that there's some clumsiness and the commentary around it, and Shane's the first one to probably acknowledge he probably went too far on some occasions. But equally, I love the way he plays. He brings energy. There's going to be some awkwardness, and there's some legitimate awkwardness. He's no ballet dancer. When he falls hard. With
their finals hopes fading fast, the Giants face the Blues on Saturday night in what is a crunch game for both sides.
We're under no illusions how big this game is. It's massive for both clubs, and that's what footy's about. I mean, what you want to find out about your players is performing under pressure, and you know, it's a big pressure game on Saturday night.
Fremantle is set to ramp up its pursuit to lure Jordan Clark out of Geelong as the speedster continues to remain on the outer at the Cats. The Dockers were keen to get Clark over to the club last year, but the 20-year-old decided to stay at the Cattery, where he's contracted until the end of 2022. For more trade news, check out our Inside Trading column and our special trade edition of the Road to the Draft podcast, both online now. Time now for some gooder news thanks to Toyota Good for Footy, and former AFL stars Michael O'Loughlin and Hayden Ballantyne have spent time with some special footy fans during the weekend's matches in Sydney and Perth. Kids from the Variety Children's Charity rubbed shoulders with some of the game's greats, with some participants in the program experiencing an AFL game for the very first time. If you have any ideas on how Toyota can make footy gooder, head to the suggestion box at toyota.com.au/gooder. David Noble will coach against his former side Brisbane for the first time on Saturday. Fittingly, the match will be played in Tassie, home for the Roos coach and his Lions counterpart, Chris Fagan.
Look, it's great from an acknowledgement for, two Tasmanians with north-south rivalry to be able to go back home and coach against each other. His 100th game, he's done a fantastic job up there with Brizzy. So, yeah, really looking forward to the game back home, and we have great crowds that turn up.
Retirement isn't on the mind of Adelaide star Erin Phillips. The 36-year-old signing on with the Crows for another AFLW season after being given the green light by her surgeon following knee surgery in April. And just who is the real Alistair Clarkson? Hawks players dishing the dirt on their 4-time premiership coach.
He will kick a footy at you, he will kick a soccer ball at you, You'll go to eat your food and he'll shove the spoon in your face.
And you can watch the full video online now. And that is the news for this Thursday. For full coverage of Adelaide veteran David McKay's tribunal hearing, afl.com.au and the AFL Live official app is the place to go tonight. Enjoy your evening.